Dan Bowens is joining us now to tell us about his conversation with the great Wynton Marsalis.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. We spent about a half an hour with him at one of his education sessions that was happening just a few weeks ago. You know, in many ways, Wynton Marsalis is the public face of jazz. He's played with everyone from Dizzy Gillespie to Eric Clapton. His career is as decorated and dignified as it gets, but his legacy isn't strictly defined by his music.
The concept of jazz is itself modern, that a group of people can co-create and negotiate themselves and create a mutual agenda. The sense that music gives you a way to order the world, and that you can understand it's much deeper than the notes. I'm at the age now, I'm 55, I'm not young. Been out here a long time doing this.
If jazz music has a soul, Wynton Marsalis is its conscience.
I try to represent the musicians and the music to the best of my ability and to exhibit integrity in what I do.
A Pulitzer Prize and Grammy-winning trumpeter and composer. The artistic director, as well as music director of the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra, believes moving his craft forward means embracing its past.
Your past is your potential. And that's why the greatest statesmen, the greatest politicians, musicians, artists are always also historians. The knowledge of what is, of what has been, influences the knowledge of what is, and it allows you to dream even deeper and envision what will be. Okay, play the beginning of it. 1, 2,
It's that passion and knowledge he's passing on to the next generation.
The A minor is 3 bars. Why? Because we're going. No. Now the A we go back to, but it's a dominant.
Lincoln Center Summer Jazz Academy, one of his many projects for students.
What do you want to get across to the next generation here?
Be for real. And being for real many times is going to mean being the opposite of what you are. You don't have to have a shiny suit on or something that plugs in or a digital watch on to be contemporary, because you're going to deal with yourself and your own ego and other people's creativity and what they do and how you can come together to create a more productive and meaningful world.
Why does that sort of call out to you?
Well, my father is a teacher, and I always grew up with him teaching kids all over the city, and he struggled too for some years. I mean, he's teaching a subject that not a lot of people wanted to take, even in New Orleans.
From New Orleans, his father Ellis, a pianist, and the Marsalis brothers Wynton, Branford, Delfeo, and Jason, considered the first family of jazz, though musical royalty in the Big Easy runs deep.
There was the Neville family, fantastic musicians with the funky meters and the different things that they did. The Baptiste brothers and the Baptiste family. Jonathan Baptiste comes out of them.
That's John Baptiste of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, his clarinet-playing cousin Alvin, a key figure in Wynton's youth.
Alvin Baptiste would always come to our house with his clarinet and want me and my brother to practice for 5 and 6 hours. So when we saw him coming through the front door, we would run out the back door. We say, man, here comes Bat. We got to get out of here, because he's going to say, hey, man, you got your horn? Then if you pulled your horn out, oh, my God. Him and my daddy had you trapped in there for 4 or 5 hours.
An appreciation for fundamentals may be one reason why his jazz orchestra is recognized as the most famous legacy band on the planet.
Fundamentals in jazz may be a Dizzy or a Duke or a Thelonious.
Right.
What about those guys and the early artists is sort of still relevant in the music that you see in jazz today?
What makes them relevant is that their ideas and concepts were relevant, and that they were able to create things with so much intensity that the energy of it does not unwind over time.
Time for whoever may come next.
Who's blown you away along the way?
Man, there are a lot of them. Joey Alexander, you say you interviewed him. He's like a young genius. Seal McLaurin Salvant, unbelievable, fantastic singer.
You always leave me high and dry and give all the other girls attention, sweet.
Sam Chess, great trombonist. Julian Lee, fantastic. And just go on and on, down and down the list of musicians.
He's naming some of his own protégés.
In the rhythm section, I just need repetition. Why? I want it to just keep grooving, no matter how boring it gets. Boom, 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 boom. 4-piece rhythm section. Man, I'm hopeful about the future of it, even if everybody stops playing it, because it's an art form and its qualities are quite evident on recordings. Art always makes you hopeful because it will be around.
A cultural educator indeed, Marsalis, and the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra celebrating a big milestone later this month. September marks the 30th anniversary season. We're still trying to find babysitter, my wife and I. So we can try
there
to
you
get
go.
over
Oh, that
there.
sounds awesome.
Yeah,
If anybody's
it's gonna
out
be
there,
awesome.
help them out.
Yeah.